Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, pleased to be joined by the one, the only Colton Pfenninger of Gladwin football. How's it going?
Good.
So coming up with a big win against Flint Carman Ainsworth at home. I got to ask you, how was that? How was that to start the season off 1-0 in your junior year at quarterback?
I mean, it's an awesome feeling, especially when you're a small Division 5 school beating a big Division 2 school. I mean, it just feels great. You watch them warm up and you're like, okay, it's gonna be a good game, and then always, being able to come out and pull that game off. And I think that the team played well, and I think we played great all the way around, offense, defense, even our special teams was really on fire. So I think we did great and we all played our job.
Okay. So going into, this year, what was your summer like just getting prepared for the upcoming season?
Just a lot of like little things, I feel like. I mean, we didn't really go over a ton of new different things. It's just all these little things that we want to really focus on. And if you can be good at the little things, then you can add bigger things. So we just really focused on a lot of these little things and really, I mean, lifting was a big thing for all of us. So we're all lifting and just focus on the little things, and I feel like we mastered those. So
Yeah. Heading into this junior year, what do you feel like you most improved in this off season?
uh I feel like speed. I feel like I've gotten faster, but I really feel like I can throw the ball better. I mean, I practice quite a bit throwing the ball, just even in my yard and at school at practice. So I feel like just throwing the football, I feel more confident with where I'm throwing it and when. So
Yeah. So I know you've described the relationship you two have had, you and Coach Jarsper have had. Just for people that that may are watching this for the first time, like what is it? What's that relationship like between the two of you?
I mean, he's awesome. He's to me more than a coach, like somebody that you could text at midnight when you're watching film after practice that answers right away is just, I mean, you don't have many people like that. And I mean, you can ask him anything and you're never gonna feel like I don't like dumb, like you can ask a question and it's gonna be like the answer that'll get you like, oh yeah, and then you instantly know exactly what to do. Or like at practice and you have a question, he'll even like tell everybody to stop and you'll just sit there and look and you can just answer it yourself. Like he wants the best for the players, and his biggest thing is he likes a player-led team. So I really like that too, when the players can lead the team and it's not always just the coaches yelling at people or stuff like that. So
Yeah, for sure. So, obviously a big year for, there's a lot of changes this year, with the team, as well as obviously a lot of new faces, especially on the O line. A lot of the skill guys are back. Obviously, Trace is back as well. What's that been like to get used to a new O line?
I like it. I mean, a new center is always different. Like nobody really notices how much that is on the line when you go from, I mean, somebody you had for all off season, all 10 weeks of football to a new one the next year. It's different, but I mean, we've taken a lot of extra practice, a lot of 50 snaps after practice, just about every day. So, I mean, we're good. We're all, locked in together. And I think that we're going to be great all around, returning all of our skilled is a big thing. I mean, other than Jace, but I think that we're going to be just as good, if not better than we were last year.
Okay. I know also one of the other changes this year is, obviously the new teams in the conference. With obviously Shepherd and Claire are still in. Actually, all the teams are still in it, but more teams were added. But Midland, Bullet Creek, Ogama Heights, and Standish Sterling are in the conference. But what's that like to play some new teams and also some teams that you're pretty familiar with?
I really like it. I like playing like some harder teams. I like the challenge. I like being able to prep in each week, lock in, and just I think it makes you better in the run after the regular season too. Just for if you, I mean, if you're playing these bigger schools, these better schools, I think that it just is better for you overall. So I like it.
Yeah, for sure. But before we get to conference play, we of course it is week 2, so of course Beaverton is the opponent this week, and you guys gotta get Butch back. So what's it gonna take to beat Beaverton and get Butch back?
I think if we all just play our part and do our best at what we do, I think that we could very well come out with the win. I think that we all have to play a great game though and just be on top of it and just really lock in.
For sure. Yeah, and it's and of course, if you want to learn more about the history of that rivalry, go watch the Flying G Huddle this week. Jarsford talks all about that. So, but yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's get to. I know we obviously you've been on here a lot, but let's get to know you a little bit more, Colton. Um, what is who's your favorite team to root for? Like just in general.
The Lions. I love the Lions.
Okay. Let's see. What was your best memory from your football career thus far in high school?
Uh, Probably we go to Victor's Veer Camp towards the end of July,
Okay.
and that's a really fun camp because everybody gets to go JV through varsity, and you all go out there for 3 days, and it's just awesome. But going back to the hotel and going all in the pool, and everybody's making this huge whirlpool, and like I've never actually seen a pool sink down. So I think making a huge whirlpool and just having fun in the hotel rooms.
Absolutely. Um, let's see. Favorite movie, Colt.
Uh, Goodness, I don't know. Hercules.
Okay. And then what's an interesting fact people may not know about you?
Uh, I throw up before every game.
Yeah. I think that's been explained a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, hey, but it works.
it works.
Yeah. All right. All right. Colton, thanks so much for the time as always. We'll talk to you soon.